Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Crisis 169 here coming to you live. Got my shower on, my shave on, everything taken care of, good to go. It's a very somber note. First, talk about what happened in Texas, obviously. It's tragic that an 18, 19-year-old decided to mow down 19 students and two teachers for nothing more than being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Even though they're in school learning something, ABCs and a box of milk and a cookie at nap time. A lot of kindergartens were, but this bothers me because our commander in chief it decided to blame the guns, even though the person is a male who's not white, by the way. White person would be all over the news. White national racist strikes again, kind of thing, right? But because it wasn't white, it's going to be blaming something else because the person is a Latina or Native, of that color, of that nationality. So they're going to blame something else because they can't blame their sporting base. They got to blame the gun or blame the video games at this point. I think Ted Cruz once again is firing a shot across the bow again, saying that the gun and the games are to blame. And really, I think it's funny to me, not funny people are dead, but funny to me that they're blaming all of this stuff. Okay. Meanwhile, in states like Chicago and New York, have the toughest gun laws in the nation, highest crime rate. 4,000 killed a year during Obama's reign as emperor president, and nobody cared. 32,000 dead in his state alone, Chicago, Illinois, and then he didn't get 2 drops of tears about that crap. So you kind of see what party line they're at. I'm an independent conservative, so I'm very neutral as you can get about certain things. But I'm also very proactive on a lot of things. And I believe blaming the gun or blaming the game in this matter too, well, is just trying to put a Band-Aid on a missing limb. You can't fix things that you don't have a clue how to fix. And banning games and banning guns is not going to solve the problem. Until you find out what ails the human heart, makes somebody so angry and so bitter and hateful to go out and kill people, you won't make a dent in the body count. And that's just the way it's going to be. That's just the way of it. And you can tell I'm wrong or say I'm wrong all you want, run around curse screaming all you want, but it doesn't matter to me. Because me personally, like a lot of people out there, I'm not a peasant. I'm not a peasant. I'm not a peasant. I'm not a subservient deity or pissant to the higher up. I don't sit there and run around and force people to believe what I believe. Well, but I would like to have them, somewhat, respect what I believe. Somewhat respect what I believe. Somewhat respect, what I'm saying here. And not thinking that just because if they don't agree with something, doesn't make what they're saying right or wrong. And I think that right there is the biggest thing of all. I think that's the biggest thing of all. And what bothers me the most is that there's people out there who can change it, but don't care. Who can solve the issues, but don't. Who can fix the issues going on in the world, but don't want to lift a finger. And yet, so we're going to blame video games. And I think it's time to stop blaming video games, stop blaming guns, start blaming the perpetrators who are doing these crimes. Now, this is some white national neo-Nazi, Trump-supporting Hitler, wannabe. Then the media don't touch it. I'm surprised CNN didn't even cut off the live feed to the damn thing when they found out the person wasn't even white. But yeah, we'll blame video games because that's a lot better. Because about 75 million people play games. Oh, we got to ban them because people like this stuff. That's typical neocon liberal logic. Ban what people like. Force them to be a dilettantes lately, like these freaks walking around with their bold haircut, who are these part of the LGBT alphabet soup squad kind of nonsense people, who are always sad, mad, angry, who are just bitter. Those are the people I worry about. Because they don't say anything unless they know they're screaming at you. And you don't know, but you can't tell because you have so many people who are mentally disturbed out there. These people are taking up all the limelight, so we can't have this discussion about mental health. If you're a parent and you're buying your kid Grand Theft Auto 5, and Johnny's 12 years old, what the hell is wrong with you? Okay? You need to be a parent, not a buddy. You need to be a parent, not a buddy. Tell Johnny no, he can't play this game where you rape people and kill people. He's not an adult. That's why it says immature. That's why Tipper Gore and the rest of these losers decided to regulate music that doesn't seem to stop people from buying it, or regulate anything else. People keep buying it. But I think the biggest problem with this situation is that they're going after something that people like and love, guns and video games, because they have no control over it. They can't control what people are going to do. Oh, yes, England had no crimes. They have crimes. So does Argentina. So does Austria. So does all these other countries that ban guns have crimes. They just don't plaster on CNN and Fox News every day. It's not a part of a political movement. These people have lives, and they know. Local news will produce the report and casualty reports of 5 dead here, 5 dead here with a baseball bat or a knife, and they go talk about the weather. Because they let the police be the police, politics be politicians, and newscasters are neutral. But in this country, Antifa whimpering and whine, LGBT alphabet soup whined, Black Lives Matter whined, all these people whined. Now you have the newscast literally being told what to produce. And if they don't produce what they say, then, the hell with you kind of thing, right? So, and I think that's the biggest problem of all problems here, that we have a society of people who are throwing adult-type temper tantrums. And we have people who are being shot and killed like innocent children, people on the streets, that the news media don't care unless they're white. The white doing how Hitler and say they love Trump, then they're going to run there. Oh my God, he's here on CNN. Trump supporter killed a bunch of people. I guarantee you, CNN was like, this Trump supporter got to be. Couldn't find out the person probably didn't even vote, or maybe the Democrat, or obviously he's not white. Obviously, and we gotta stop. I'm surprised they even stopped doing filming about the whole thing. But this is what these people do. They blame things that had nothing to do with it. I played bounty games when I was a kid. It didn't make me over aggressive. It made me like fantasy type of games, like fantasy more in real life. Because fantasy I can play, have a good time. Real life is kind of boring. What's fun about getting up every day at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, whatever you get up in the morning, 9 to 5, go to work, get screamed at and then at your boss all day. No, it didn't happen to me, by the way, but I'm saying people out there like yourselves. You go to work and your boss just decides to scream at you every day for the rest of your life because I guess your boss had nothing better to do with his life. or her life. So you get up every day and you get home, you play some PC gaming, and you get somebody say, "Oh, you can't play this game because it's rated mature." I'm 40 years old, lose 3 days from me, right? Like it's gonna come a time where games are gonna be outlawed because people are gonna get their way and realize that they outlawed the wrong thing. So outlawing these nut jobs and people who are killing people, put them in homes, put them in islands, or just eradicate them completely and let normal folk live. See, these people can't let people be. I mean, this problem is people in this world have to make everybody else miserable with them. If you're happy a little bit, somebody's gonna be in a corner to make you miserable because of what they do. And if they think they attack games, gamers are gonna want to are shooting people. No, us gamers are not shooting people. We're sitting at home in our in our rooms or our PCs or our PS5s and Xbox X Series or S Series playing games, drinking monsters and amp. We're not running around shooting people. We're too lazy for that. Gamers are too lazy to be out there shooting people. So unless you're in Call of Duty or Gun Level 5 or Battlefield, during those games, by all means, they go nuts. But if you're not in those games, nobody cares. And this is where these gamers are getting a bad rep, myself included, is that we're being treated like identical criminals. We're just playing games. Leave us alone. Why do you have to put people into little pegs? Because somebody shot somebody. He might play Halo. Oh my God, he played Halo. We all had our honeymoon with Halo before. Halo Infinite is not great. It stinks. Halo 3 is the best game of all time. Changed my mind, right? The Master Collection was good. It came out, it stunk. I bought it on the original Xbox One because I'm an idiot. Well, I got Xbox One from one of their games, but it's Halo 2 Collection was one of the games I wanted to play. But Titanfall and Dead Rising 3 again like that I bought. So it was a pretty good purchase at that time around. That being said, though, blaming games, what is it going to do? Absolutely nothing. Because most Republicans have common sense, and they know that banning guns, A, is impossible. Because the criminals and the gangbangers and the gangbanger homies, people running around killing people with terrorists, are not going to run down there to the registration office to register the guns or turn them in. No, they're going to keep them so they can break into your house, Mr., Mrs., or Mrs., at home alone with the baby. And some 6'4" thug want to bust in the house. He ain't there to help change your diaper, help change your baby diapers. So you have a serious problem in hands. You can call 911 pee on yourself, or you can blast him and you turn him into Swiss cheese. You do what you want. You make your own decision in that one. But it's easy to say, yeah, we're this. But when you're by yourself, alone, a home alone in a house, and if somebody busts in your house, it's kind of hard to give them a hug. When they want to kill you because they just want to kill you. This person wanted to kill these children. Why? I have no idea. I think it's spiritual, demonic possessions. Could be. I mean, this person just wanted to kill because the person didn't feel like his life was worth anything. I don't know. I can't tell you what I don't know. But blaming games, blaming guns, it's like blaming Marilyn Manson for having a Columbine. It has no sense of reality. It's just people probably throw stuff. And I understand there's kids playing games to play games. Like I said, if you're buying Johnny Grand Theft Auto 5, he's 12 years old, what the hell is wrong with you? You need to about face, tell Johnny, no, you can't have that game, put it back on the shelf, kicking and screaming, you wear his butt out in front of everybody in that damn store. There's a point in time where these kids, can do what they want, and they don't know what and they don't know what no means. And I think kids today are just so used to having, everything that they want, that no one pulls back the reins a little bit. And when some kid doesn't get what he wants, he goes off and kills himself or kills a bunch of people. This is really sad. This is some stupid thing like he didn't get a pair of sneakers or a game or something. I'm going to be really upset. Not the game company, because they're already blaming him. Because they ain't gonna blame them. They ain't gonna blame the perpetrator. They're gonna blame because he's not white. If he was white, like I said, they'd be blaming him all day long, every day, throwing confetti out in the air, saying this guy is white, natural Hitler, evil Trump, blame him. But it's not, and that's why they took so long to get the identity out. I kind of knew it wasn't a white person when they didn't blast the TV with a white person's face. And it's sad though, because the only people who kill people are white people, I guess. Unless Chicago, that's conservative talking. Like whatever. But I believe, guys, that we're living in a world right now that is really crazy. People are insane. People are killing each other, and no one seems to care. On the politics side, Nancy Pelosi's too busy getting sloshed and drunk and having Fortress Nancy built. Joe Biden is barely he can barely walk upstairs without having trouble. And the rest of the Republican Party is too busy worrying about, blaming a game. Well, they should be blaming the perpetrator and maybe the friends who didn't say anything. Facebook, whoever didn't report this right away should be talked to a lot. That's me, guys. That's my point of view on this. Blaming games, you can do that if you want to, but I think it's just silly. They found out that games do calm the savage beast. They found out that games, and in the UK for 10 years, they had people who had PTSD and issues play games, and it calmed them down. Violent games, good game, whatever. It got their rage out. They got angry at the game. When they died, they got their rage out and it calmed them down. And that's something that could be used. But you ban games, you're banning that outlet people who need that to survive. So I think we need to start pumping the brakes and really start flying this truck on through and really be careful what we're doing. I'm not saying banning, because AR-15 is not an assault rifle; it's a hunting rifle. Assault rifle is an AK-47. But what I know, I'm just some white fat guy. I don't know anything, right? But any gun can get you. Hell, you can kill someone with a Saturday Night Special. If it doesn't jam or break on it. So what they call them, Saturday Night Specials. But no, not the 38. Very not bad. Anyway, though. The point being, guys, is blaming guns is stupid. If you do it, you're dumb. You shouldn't. If you do it, you're dumb. Okay? You shouldn't blame guns in more games. You shouldn't blame the developer making these violent games, because people, adults like myself, who grew up with Nintendo, want violent games. We don't want to play Care Bears or Hello Kitty Cruisers. If your niece or daughter plays that, that's fine. She goes, yay, and crashes the car and something, goes, yay. That's her mind understanding what the hell she's playing. You know she's playing. She's playing some game as a cat driving in a car. Me, I want to be playing Black Ops Cold War. I'm jumping out of a chopper and saving the world. Or one, yesterday I was playing Road Rash. I was playing Pole Position. The guy's like, yeah, I'm trying to save the freaking world, but you go ahead and play this game. Just playing the game. Because Activision created a lot of these games. That's why I have no problem, with violent games for me. It's up to per individual person is different. When you put me in the same room as everybody else, it's different because my mindset, yes, I'm a older, twisted person, more twisted than most people are. But I'm not twisted in a way where I'm going to mow down a bunch of people in a school, obviously, or a workplace. No. I'm just wired differently than everybody else. I laugh about certain things, man, it may not be funny. But it doesn't mean that I'm crazy. No, I have sense of humor as well. I'm wired differently than you are, like you are me. So you say something crazy, I don't really think anything of it because it's just who you are as a person. I let it go. I may laugh with you just because I think it's funny. But I won't laugh at somebody. Oh, I'm gonna mow somebody down. No, that's not funny. I'm gonna kill a bunch of people. Nah, that's not funny because it's not funny to me, and that's wrong. Yeah, I'm a kid in Call of Duty. Well, that's one thing. Also, you can try, kind of thing, stuff like that, right? But that right there is different. Because everybody has their own way of doing things. And who am I to tell you or you tell me what we can and can't do? Video games are protected by free speech. And I think people need to really understand what that means. And Second Amendment is protected. Gun protect the Second Amendment. When some politician named Biden says, "Oh, it's not absolute," yeah, of course, to him, he has Secret Service watching his behind. But but like I said, what about the mother sitting at home? With a son playing our son playing daughter playing Hello Kitty Cruisers or Super Mario Odyssey, and some guy trying to bust in the door who's not delivering a pizza, obviously. Oh, I'm supposed to call police peeing themselves because that's what they're supposed to do. They'd be dead, the perpetrator would be gone with stuff, but as long as you didn't have a gun and kill the perpetrator, because you don't want to, you don't know, you're supposed to ask for identification, a race card, I guess, and to know if a person's white or black, kill them or not. And that's one thing about it why I think it's kind of silly to me. They're going to blame guns because it's what they always do. They don't care about blaming the perpetrator. They would if it was white. White guy, they'd be blaming him all day long. It'd be a marathon. Blame the white guy who's evil Hitler killing his kids. But since he's Latino as well, they just totally just forgot about it. And like I said, I'm surprised that CNN stayed long with us, so it didn't even show anything else other than the first 5 seconds of them. Damn Communist News Network. But with my video, guys, don't blame games for the problem in your life. Blame yourself. Don't blame somebody because you can't do something. And then the moral of the story is they're trying to blame away from people. Should be taking blame towards people who are causing the issues. And once again, my condolences, and I pray for the families out there, Lord, to bless them and keep them safe. I pray that you will, Lord, you'll give them closure and peace with all this. And the truth will come free. Truth will be free eventually. We'll find out what happened. What happened in those days. If anybody else knew about it, they'll be brought to justice. But I say again, my condolences to the family of the child's children and parents and adult lost in this horrible act. And I pray common sense will play and not common sense gun law or blaming the games. Let's be simple about this. If you want to save people, you find out what ails the human heart. Keep hammering people, then don't worry about anything. Let the body count keep rising. This is Christ 169 saying, peace, love, see you guys in the battlefield.